we got mail. What is up? Welcome back to another video. We have some mail today. We'll just get into that really quickly. So as you may know, I'm a recent convert to KEH. I find that not only do their cameras have exceedingly high quality that they have false advertising for, but also, man oh man, do they just inundate you with emails. I knew more about where this package was than I know where I'm going in my own life. It's insane to me. It was like step by step. So I definitely appreciate them for that. As you also may know, I have a lot of cameras and I'm trying really hard to have fewer cameras because, you know, there's only so many cameras you can shoot with. But I saw this deal and I just thought, like, who would I be if I didn't pounce on it? Like, who am I to deny myself from this insane deal? And that is this. Nikon F2. This is the second in the line of Nikon professional F-series cameras, obviously the Nikon F being the first. The F2 kind of sits in an interesting spot in between the F, which is an iconic piece of design seen in films such as Full Metal Jacket. A lot of like behind the scenes photos of the Vietnam War were taken on the Nikon F. It was an iconic and long-serving camera. And the F3, which has seen very recent adoption by myself and by a lot of other photographers out there because it is arguably one of the top of the line in terms of 35mm SLR cameras. So in some regards, the F2 is kind of that weird middle child that you don't really know what its name is. It lives kind of under the stairs, you know, in one of those like coat closets under the stairs. But I like it a lot. Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. Unlike the F3, this is a fully mechanical camera. Obviously there's a metering system on here. For all intents and purposes, you don't need power to operate the shutter of this camera, so that's a pretty nice added bonus. Also kind of speaks to the reliability of the system. It has a top shutter speed of 1/2000th of a second, which I believe the F only has 1/1000th. So again, another little added bonus there. And while it lacks some of the design flares of the F3, notably the grip and the little red stripe, it still feels really good in the hand. It has a little bit more added bulk than something like the FM or the FE series of cameras, but it carries it in a way that's still easy to hold on to, and it's not too clunky or difficult. I think these silver models especially really are quite striking with the black photomic meter here. The silver two-tone body, I think it just has that extra little pop of professionalism, but it doesn't call too much attention to itself. Like, it doesn't scream high valued camera, and this one is not. This was $98, which is just an insane deal. I think the cheapest F2 on the internet right now, because if you look for a Nikon F2 in good condition, working and all that stuff, you're probably looking at the low end being like 200 bucks, probably more, plus shipping and all that stuff. This was just 98 bucks right out the door. The meter may or may not work. Dig into that at some stage. The shutter speeds are firing within tolerance. What else could you ask for? It's a working Nikon F2. So where do we really go from here? I don't know. I really don't. I have a few videos in mind I want to shoot with this. I might do a comparison piece between this and the F3 because I find that kind of interesting. The F3 is a camera that I've made no bones about how much I enjoy. And this, so far as I can tell, definitely fits a very unique role. I think the mechanical functionality of it definitely speaks to a little bit more of what I enjoy about film cameras, the reliability, so on and so forth. It just is pretty nice. It's a nice looking thing. The black F2s, I feel like, receive a lot more acclaim and a lot more adoration. And I like the black F2s. I think they look very clean. I feel like given a lot of the other cameras that I've received recently, they're all kind of black cameras. It's nice to kind of break that up a little bit. And I believe this is the last, this is probably the last of the F series that was silver. There was the F3 titanium models, which I believe are maybe metallic silvery, maybe gold or something in that realm. But this is like one of the last silver professional cameras. All of the Canon professional camera series, those were all always black. The Pentax LX is black. The Minolta XE7 or whatever their professional, the XK, they had some silver models as well, but then they transitioned into more of the autofocus realm for their professional line flagship cameras. Those are all black. So seeing something like this in silver, I think is very striking. It's a little bit different, a little bit off-brand from what you might be used to, which I kind of dig. And again, for as low of a price as it was, I'm really not going to complain too much. It's in fantastic condition. It does need a bit of cleaning, needs a bit of love. I do intend to shoot with it, tend to make a few videos out of it, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. If you had any trepidation about buying cameras from KEH, I can't recommend it enough, honestly. I feel like paying me at this stage because I'm promoting them so much, but got here super quick, in way better condition than I was expecting, and I'm always pleasantly surprised when I receive cameras from them because it's always a little bit better than what I anticipated, which is a nice feeling considering I've spent a lot more money on eBay and had the inverse of that reaction where I'm like, oh, this is worse than I thought it was going to be. So all that to be said, this is the Nikon F2. Look forward to seeing it in other videos. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future content featuring this camera as well as many other cameras that I own. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.